By the scarred wood the judgment comes. I invoke the overseer, the eye that never sleeps. By Miss Carrie, mistress of the painted nightmare. Call Mr. Millstone from the silt and the deep. Let the Brotherhood be bound, let the reckoning begin. Let the Brotherhood be bound, let the reckoning begin. Millstone, Millstone, Millstone.
Step right up, see the shadow on the pier. The boogeyman's boogeyman is finally here. He don't want your money, he don't want your soul. He's just filling up a deep, dark, watery hole. Mr. Millstone, creeping through the weeds, keeping a tally of your sick, twisted deeds. You thought you were hidden, thought you were slick, but the weight of your sins is about to get thick. He's got a gift for the monsters in the night. It's heavy, it's round, and it's cinched up tight. No screaming aloud when you're headed for the floor of the murky green lake right outside the door. Millstone, tie around the neck, leave the world behind and leave a hollow wreck. Splash goes the water, bubbles hit the air. Justice in the dark, a cold-blooded prayer. Sink to the bottom where the mud stays cold. A story of a predator that'll never be told. The weight of the millstone. He's the judge and the jury and the anchor man, putting an end to your disgusting plan. He finds the abusers, the creeps and the low, the ones who make the seeds of misery grow. No handcuffs, no sirens, no day in the court, just a long walk plank and a breath that's cut short. He's got a pile of granite and a spool of wire, extinguishing the filth of your deviant fire.
One for the tears that you made them cry, two for the secrets and the wicked lie,
Three for the heavy rock, four for the lake. How much pressure can a human neck take? Down, down, down where the catfish crawl. The bigger the monster, the harder they fall. The weight of the millstone. Millstone, tie it round the neck, leave the world behind, leave a hollow wreck. Splash goes the water, bubbles hit the air. Justice in the dark, a cold-blooded prayer. Sink to the bottom where the mud stays cold. A story of a predator that'll never be told. The weight of the millstone. Sleep tight, little ones, the monster's gone deep. Mr. Millstone's got a promise to keep. Another splash in the night, another ripple on the wave. The bottom of the lake is a crowded grave. Millstone, 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 millstone.
Miss Carrie? Shh, can you hear them? The ones you silenced? They got so much to tell you. It's playtime. Mommy? Ba, 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 ba. The street lights flicker, the room grows cold. A story of a secret that was never told. You tucked yourself in, thought the guilt was dead, but Miss Carrie's climbing inside your head. She's got oversized shoes and a razor wire grin, polka dot patterns made of vanity and sin. She's the patron saint of the ones who never breathed, a vigilante spirit with a vengeance unleashed. Do you hear that? That's the choir of the lost. Miss Carrie's here to show you exactly what it costs. Midnight circus in your head, the painted lady tucks you in. Every little life you ended, that's where her wicked games begin. The echoes of the innocent, a symphony of your mistakes. Miss Carrie's curtain call, you hear 'em scream till your sanity breaks. A wicked laugh, a flash of red, she's dancing on the choices you made. Miss Carrie's curtain call, a debited blood that must be paid. She pulls a string in your dream and the curtain unfolds, replaying the trauma, the young and the old. Whether in the womb or out on the floor, she's got a million screams and she's bringing you more. She juggles the memories like flaming knives, the judge and the jury for the stolen lives. You're clawing at your eyelids, trying to wake up, but she's pouring more sorrow in your porcelain cup. Miss Guy, one for the cradle, two for the the grave. Not a single soul left for you to save. Spinning round the carousel, faster and fast. How long do you think your mind's gonna last? Go mad! Go mad! Now the walls are melting into grease, pain, and blood. The cries of the victims coming down like a flood. You see their faces in the bathroom mirror as the sound of the rattles gets louder and nearer. You're babbling in the corner, hair pulled out by the root, while she dances a jig in her big floppy boot. She's driven you over the edge of the cliff, miscarries the gift that keeps on giving. Death! Midnight circus in your head, the painted lady tucks you in. Every little life you ended, that's where her wicked games begin. The echoes of the innocent, a symphony of your mistakes. Curry's calling, call, you hear him scream until your 17 breaks. She'll drive you batty all the way, bunkers a psychopath. Alright, Miss Carrie, sweet dreams. Murderer, I'll see you tomorrow night, and the night after that, and the night after that. And the night after that.
The cornstalks part with a skeletal hiss, a nightmare born from the blackest abyss. Burlap skin and a stitched up grin, let the harvest of the wicked begin. I see you hiding in the glow of the screen, while your kids cry out for a man they haven't seen. You're chasing the needle, you're chasing the thrill, while the pantry is empty and the air is chill. Drag 'em to the tree, where the branches don't grow. The overseer's reaping what the lazy sow. One for the habit, two for the lie. Under the spike whip, the cowards cry. He's a painted clown in the tattered clothes, where the spirit ends and the straw begins. He knows. Hey there, mama, with your eyes turned away, leaving legacies of hurt for the debts you won't pay. You traded your duties for a stranger's bed. Now the spirit of the field is inside your head. The spike whip whistles, a jagged iron sting. Hear the heavy metal song that the rustedlings sing. No more excuses, no more not today. The overseer's here to take the rod away. Inhabit the husk, inhabit the fear. The lord of the refusal is finally here. You played the game, now you're losing your soul. Down in the dirt where the thunder rolls. Drag 'em, snap, break 'em, crack. The weight of your failures is breaking your back. Absent fathers in the shadows of the bar. The overseer knows exactly where you are. You provide nothing but a trail of grief. Now you're hanging from the oak like a withered leaf. The clown face twitches as the blood starts to spill. Justice in the hollow, silence on the hill. He doesn't want your money, he doesn't want your plea. He just wants your penance at the lightning scarred tree. Work or bleed, provide or plead. The overseer is watching. The harvest is ready. Drag 'em to the tree, where the branches don't grow. The overseer's reaping what the lazy sow. One for the habit, two for the lie. Under the spike whip, the cowards cry. He's a painted clown in the tattered clothes, where the spirit ends and the straw begins. He knows. Break 'em. Jenny said if I write it down, he'll come. I was sleeping in the silver beneath the snapping turtle shells. When the vibration hit the water, ringing like a funeral bell. A tattered scrap of notebook paper soaked in salt and fear, tied to a rusted fishing weight. It drifted down to me so clear. I read the ink that started running. Words about a second dad, about a monster in the hallway making every evening bad. She said the teacher called her dramatic. Said her mama turned her head, so she's hiding in the closet wishing she was safely dead. She said Jenny lived next door and Jenny don't cry no more. She told me about the man who lives beneath the muddy floor. She said if I'm his friend, then the Batman's time is at an end. She said the millstone's heavy, but he's the only one who'll bend. I am Jenny's friend. I'm the weight at the end of the rope. I'm the bubbles in the water when you lose your last hope. Jenny's friend is coming from the bottom of the lake for every promise to a child that you decided to break. The overseer pointed out the porch. I climbed up through the weeds, my boots are heavy with the muck. I'm the harvest for your seeds. You're sitting on that sofa thinking you got away with crime, but the clock on Carrie's curtain just struck payback time. I don't need a judge or jury, I don't need a witness stand. I just need to wrap these cold wet fingers round your trembling hand. The school didn't believe it, well, I believe the way you scream when I drag you through the mud and turn your life into a dream. Jenny's waiting in the deep. She needs a new foundation for her bed, and your bones look solid. I am Jenny's friend. I'm the weight at the end of the rope. I'm the bubbles in the water when you lose your last hope. Jenny's friend is coming from the bottom of the lake for every promise to a child that you decided to break. Thank you, Mr. Millstone.
Step right up, sweetheart. You spent your life looking in the glass. Let's see what the glass looks back with. 20-some years in a trail of broken glass, counting up the lovers like the seasons as they pass. You like the thrill of the spark, but you hate the flame, so you extinguish every light that dares to take your name. Empty cradles in your wake, a cold and quiet row. You reap the seeds of pleasure where you'll never let them grow. But the midway's open now and the gate is locked behind. Welcome to the theater built inside your hollow mind.
Look to the left,
See the girl you could have been.
look to the right.
See the ghosts of all your kin. 1,000 little heartbeats that you silence for a thrill. Now they're counting every second while the world is standing still.
Lost in the mirrors.
Lost in the maze, spending millennia in 1,000 different ways. Every heart you broke is a reverse reflection. Every life you took is a permanent rejection.
It's a curtain call. It's a crack in the page.
Miss Carrie's in the tower and she's holding every rain. Tick tock, minutes feel like ages, turning through the history of your empty, blighted pages. You see your face in every mirror, no, it's only yours. Multiplied by every sin and all your secret wars. You're looking for the exit, well, the glass is 10 feet thick, and the self-hatred you're feeling is starting to make you sick. No repenting in the fun house, no mercy in the tent, just the heavy crushing interest on a life that's overspent. They would have had your eyes, they would have had your smile, but you traded them for shadows and a little bit of style. Now stay here in the silver, stay here in the cold until the mirrors turn to dust and your very soul is
Lost in the mirrors.
Lost in the maze, spending millennia in 1,000 different ways. Every heart you broke is a reverse reflection. Every life you took is a permanent rejection.
It's a curtain call. It's a crack in the page.
Miss Carrie's in the tower and she's holding every rain. Don't look away, darling. getting started.
Glass on the floor and a bottle in your grip. Another day gone with a poison on your lip. She's kneeling in the kitchen, praying through the tears while you're burning down the house she built for 20 years. She gave you the bread, you gave her the stone. You left her to harvest the sorrow you've sown. But the oak is a witness, the oak has an eye, and it saw the moment you let her hope die. Out in the field where the shadows grow long, you thought you were hidden, you thought you were strong. But the dirt keeps a record of where the red fell, and the overseer's calling you back from your hell. Blood on the field, decked in the bark, the overseer finds you alone in the dark. For the mother you struck and the home you betrayed, the
Price of the penance is finally paid.
rooted in shame.
Bound to the tree.
You'll never run from the eye that can see. She reached for your hand, you reached for her throat. You traded your soul for a chemical coat. You told her to leave you, you told her to run, while the sky turned to ash and the moon hid the sun. Now the branches are reaching their taste in the ground. They're following the trail where the violence was found. No job and no honor, no mercy to find. Just the weight of the family you've left far behind.
She loved you till the red hit the dust. Now the wood will take what's left of your trust. Don't look at the sky, don't look at the road. Just feel the weight of the mother you owed.
Blood on the field,
Decked in the bark,
the overseer finds
you alone in the dark.
for the mother you struck and the home you betrayed.
The price of the penance is finally paid.
Woo!